Jews in the media, are they good?
It feels like you guys are about to like bust me for murder or something.
We might.
With just
Why do you feel so guilty?
It's because of all the murders.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
I have dreams all the time that I am like getting. I think it's from watching so much true crime bullshit. I have dreams all the time that I'm getting like caught up for a murder I did a long time ago.
Yeah.
I have dreams that I'm like getting caught up doing that shit all the time, and then I wake up, and the first like 5 minutes that I'm awake, I'm like, did that? Am I?
I have those. It's a feeling, like a sensation that like you're about to get caught.
Yeah.
Like I have those dreams a lot where there's nothing specific that happens, but I'm like you said, like I feel like you guys are about to interrogate. I've always said, if I ever get accused of anything, I'm going to jail because
You wouldn't be able to even tell the truth well enough.
I would, but
Yeah.
I just there would be a part of me that would feel so betrayed and annoyed that I would even be considered for any type of like.
They'd be like, "Fine, then fucking take me. I don't even give a fuck anymore."
Yeah, no, but it would be more like I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't. No, seriously. Why would you think I did it?
And then you would get in trouble.
And
for
they'd be
that.
like, "Wow, you're really aggressive about not doing it."
Yeah, you know what? I also have a dream every now and then where me and another guy shoot somebody, but it's like let's say right now we were about to go out to like a party, and then someone broke in here and I shot the guy, and then
Yeah.
we were just like, "Fuck, well let's go to the party." And then at the party, I'm walking around, I'm like, "Dude, we gotta figure out that how that guy broke in and we killed it. We gotta like tell somebody that happened."
Yeah, I've had dreams like that too, and it's like you just follow through with your plans, even
Yeah,
though
you're
you
just
just go.
having
The
a
guy
great-
like,
yeah.
well, we have to be at the party at this
Yeah.
time, so
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on your way to Denny's, and you're like, "Well, we're going to Denny's still, dude. Like, definitely, I'm going
we
to
have a
Denny's."
reservation.
Is it what's hot? Is it Zach or is it my
No,
headphones?
just literally just my headphones.
Oh, okay. 'Cause Zach sounded a little hot. Intro the podcast.
Well,
dude.
folks, welcome to Brain Jail, the podcast that's not Brain Jail.
You've done that every single episode.
I don't
on
know what's
accident.
going on with me. I can't get it out of my head.
It's
All
that
right.
same thing. Like you
Man.
killed somebody, but you killed that podcast.
Yeah, I did. Well, pretty much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sent an angry text and it was all over. Welcome to Bag Fries, folks. I'm Kevin. Taking across from me is the beautiful Bruce Gray wearing his Canadian tuxedo.
I'm not wearing a Canadian tuxedo. I'm wearing fucking short shorts underneath this, dude.
Are you wearing short shorts
Yeah,
again?
I've been around here all fucking day with you.
You got
guys.
your
Look at these
you
fucking-
got
wanna see,
your
dude?
roller skates
Look at
on?
these things, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Pop a leg up.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, and your lucky sevens?
Yeah, dude, this is good stuff.
That's beautiful. That's podcast. This is podcasting.
This is what
right
podcasting
here.
is all about. Is me putting my thing on the table.
Dude, it looks good.
Keep introing, dude.
So if you enjoy the pod, please send us an email at bagfriespod@gmail.com. And if you want to do anything for us to help us out, the best thing you can do is to leave a review for us on iTunes. You can join our Discord if you see the down in the notes. Today's guest, we have the very Jewish Zach Stein with us today, and I'm very excited to have former host of the Friends Forever podcast and a current pitchman with Jackson Banks and jerk-off champion of Sacramento.
Yeah, dude. And Zach is the face of Schick Razors right now.
Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
true?
Yeah. I did a Reddit AMA for them and a commercial for them, and they gave me money.
Dude, Zach got
both.
fucking housed on that fucking Reddit AMA for Schick Razors. Dude, they were like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah,
Tell me about this. What is this?
they're like, well, it said I was. Well, first of all, I don't care. They wrote the like.
What were you? What were you like?
Were you did you sign an NDA, or were you
No,
have to
I
take the
don't think
podcast
so.
down?
Yeah. No, but okay. So how it started was I did the commercial, and they're like, and I suck at commercial auditions. Like I always,
Yeah, me
I don't prepare enough. I don't really want to do them usually. But this one was like, we've had too many people like trying to be on. We're not looking for actor types. We just want people being themselves. And it's like they just give you a list of questions and you just talk about them.
Yeah.
freely for a minute. We're perfect for comics. Like we do podcasts all the time. It's the same shit. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I'm gonna get this one.
Just be natural.
Yeah, and then I got it, and then I went on. It was this director Mike Mills who directed like Little Women and shit, and like so.
He's directing the Schick Razors thing?
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
dude. How the mighty have fallen.
Times are tough. Man,
I
I
think
tell you
it's
what.
just a big ass paycheck, probably.
Yeah.
And I
no
had no
Gillette.
idea who it was at the time and stuff. I don't research these things. Like everyone, like my actor friends were like, "You should have like figured it out and talked to him and all this
Should
stuff."
have sucked a dick.
Yeah, but I was just
No, if you were sucking dick, you wouldn't be in the Schick Razors thing. You'd be fucking on your way.
Yeah,
if you suck
seriously.
dick for the Schick Razors part, I'd be like, damn, this is a cold fucking
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck Little Women. You'd be in Big Men.
Yeah, dude.
he
That's
sucked my
solid,
dick.
dude.
Yeah, but no, it's an internet commercial, so you don't get any money
But,
for it.
it's an AMA, so they're like, "Hey, Schick Razor,
Yeah.
why?"
No, Zach, it's like, I'm Zach Stein, and I'm here for Schick Razors today. And then everybody on the thing is like, fuck you. On the comments, they were all like, you fuck you. It was very funny.
Yeah.
Really?
And they were
Yeah.
like, who's the worst? What did you say? Who's the worst comedian you know? And you were like, Bruce Gray.
Yeah, they said, what's the least funny thing about comedy? And I said, Bruce Gray.
Dude, that's perfect. That's
And
hilarious.
actually, yeah, if you look at it on there, Schick Razor said that. It says,
Damn,
you
dude.
Schick.
The only comedian in America that's being brought down by Schick Razors, dude. God
That would
damn
be
it.
dope if that's how you got canceled.
By Schick Razors?
Yeah, like by Chiquita Banana or like
Yeah.
Schick Razors or just some.
Well, it would have to be the
bullshit.
number 2 razor. It would have to be like the number 2 thing.
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
have to be like PetSmart instead of like Petco, you know?
Dude, I keep getting this ad for this
They
razor
are the
company.
number 2.
Are they really Schick?
Gillette, for sure.
Gillette's
Oh,
number 1, bro.
Yeah. Hey, the best the man can get.
Yeah.
Shit, I shouldn't say that.
Could you cut that out?
I don't think. I mean, this literally goes out to such a curated group of people right now. That's why we're like, there's a good chunk of you, but we got to. You guys got to. This can't be your little secret. You know what I mean?
All
this
the people
podcast.
that are listening to this podcast are the people that were in the comments in the Schick Razors. They're like, you're gay. And that's the entire audience here.
and they were
And we
right.
love them. And
Yeah.
I love you
Yeah.
guys
They're like,
listening out there.
yeah, said I did work for a lawyer and comedy, and the top voted comment was like, well, if you were good at either, you wouldn't be doing this.
Jesus.
Did you reply where like, you were actually correct?
I would have loved to, but yeah, no, I had to vet my replies all through the people and stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah, no, I was like, yeah, I would. I don't know why. That was like, why are you like? Why do you think people want to hear your answers to the questions? And it's like, because Schick Razors is giving me money to
Yeah.
do it. Like I don't. And
Yeah.
yeah.
There was this pizza Reddit video of a commercial for Me and Ed's, which is Central Valley Pizza Company.
Shouts out me and Ed's Pizza.
Best pizza. Really,
Really, it really is
genuinely amazing pizza. And Soupy loves them. Soupy loves Me and Ed's. But no, they posted something on Reddit and with the commercial, and it was all positive. And then some people were like, "I'm so sick of seeing this fucking commercial every day."
Damn.
I
Sick of
literally
this fucking guy.
yeah, just the one because it was with me, and I was literally my wife was Miss Venezuela in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
As the character, or she was played by Miss Venezuela.
The character of my wife was played by the literal Miss Venezuela. Yeah.
Damn, dude, how the double mighty have fallen, dude. She went from being Miss Venezuela to being in a Me and Ed commercial.
Dude, I'm telling you.
God, it's a cold business.
It's no
dude.
good, man. You're in the Central Valley.
Yeah, that's a
recording-
regional pizza commercial.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
lord.
Yeah, it's not good. I just had another one come out for Fresno.
Oh, wow.
Fresno Mazda.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are
big
people
time.
like, I'm tired of seeing this guy and his big tits.
Yeah, probably.
God,
yeah.
dude, get this guy's big tits off my screen.
No, we have to. They make me wear a girdle when I do commercials to hold the tits back.
They have a tit holder on set that holds
Yeah,
two
yeah.
ropes that are connected,
just-
holding
yeah.
back your tits.
you don't just tuck them into your belt.
No. They'll go cut, and they go, Kevin, feel free to let your tits out, breathe for a little bit. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Could take 5 for Kevin's tits.
They got a young boy who just slaps him with powder and
Dude,
freshens him up
I
for
would
you.
love
An
have a young man just lather me up with fucking
What
lotions on. It doesn't even matter. It's just I need some sort of absorbent powder on my junk. Just powdering your nuts in the morning.
Yeah, so
right?
you got to do it.
It's hard though. It's
Yeah.
like work.
I haven't
gotta-
done it. I haven't done it in a few weeks because I was wearing black pants and I put on too much powder, and then it fucking looked like I was baking a fucking pizza in my pants.
Yeah.
It was humiliating.
You weren't.
No, I would. I would definitely do that. If next time I'm doing an hour, I'm doing a longer set on stage, I'm gonna put active yeast. I'm gonna put flour. I'm gonna put like salt. I'm gonna make that, and then whenever at the end of my set, I'm gonna gather all my famunda cheese, and I'm going to knead a ball or whatever. And I'm gonna press it and be like, I will sell this to anybody for $1,000. I'm just gonna hold a pants pizza dough that I made on my nuts.
And then nobody will come up, and then I'll come up to sweeten the deal, and I will shit out a breadstick.
Yeah. Like, folks, check it out. Right now, I'm going to add in this free breadstick, and then you just shit one out. Dude,
And I can cut my wrist and bleed some marinara sauce for you guys.
Dude, that's
Wonderful.
hot.
dude, I got in a confrontation at a restaurant last night, dude.
Yeah, you were telling us about that.
Yeah,
Where
dude.
was
I
it?
didn't think
Some
I told
sushi
Zach.
restaurant?
I was at a sushi restaurant by my house, and I was waiting to check in, and I had a reservation. I was on a date with my woman, dude, at a very nice sushi establishment.
Which one?
Oh,
What?
Woman?
Which woman?
Yeah.
It was actually a man.
Oh,
I was
wow.
on a date.
What's
and
his name?
I was at the counter, and I was standing. I was like 2 feet back from the counter. They just went and sat somebody, and this group came in, and it was like older parents and like a few like people in their 20s. And this guy cut in front of me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, sorry, man, we're next right here." And then he goes, "Yeah, but we have a reservation." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I also have a reservation, so we're next."
Yeah.
And then he was like, and like rolled his eyes and walked away.
Dude, that's
know,
the
so-
confrontation. Nothing
Yeah.
else happened.
Yeah, but I told him what it was.
That you didn't pull the mace out on him.
I had mace in my pocket. If he would have taken one step towards me, I would have pepper sprayed him.
You got new pepper spray.
I got
today.
2 new pepper sprays in the mail. Honestly, I need to get this podcast sponsored by Sabra pepper spray, dude.
By Sabra?
Or the bear
hummus
spray.
brand?
The
The
bear-
hummus brand?
I don't know if they're the same people, but it's
same
spelled the
peppers,
same.
like,
Yeah, it might be.
Oh.
that
It's
little
red pepper gel, dude. It's what cops use. I'm trying.
What?
I want to be a cop.
What would your commercial for the pepper spray, like what would be a good tagline for Sabra pepper spray?
Stay out, stay alive, like a thing they have on like sumps.
Yeah, stay
You
out.
know, stay out, stay alive things on like canals and shit where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a guy. Dude, you know who's that shit? Whoever the people are that they are modeling those after, I always want to tell people like, yeah, you ever see? If I was really rich, I'd be like, yeah, you know, I'm actually the. You ever seen a bucket? And like, yeah, I'd be like, you know, the baby that's drowning in the bucket on the thing that has a circle and a line through it. And they're like, yeah, that's me.
That's me.
That's
Yeah.
me. Yeah. You know the stay out, stay alive guy on canals.
Yeah.
That's me.
Zach, did you ever almost die?
Yeah, I mean, through drinking and
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, I twice I hitchhiked while brown to blackout drunk.
Yeah.
And the first time was in Indianapolis at a comedy festival when I blacked out and decided to walk home and just got lost. I was in the middle of subdivision and it started raining and it broke my phone because I was trying to like Google Maps on my phone and it just killed my phone.
You were in Indiana?
Yeah.
Shit.
At the Trial by Laughter Comedy Festival, which you can see on regional broadcasts of Xfinity Television in the 800s.
Wow. Just watch it all
Your
the time.
comedy on demand. Yeah, dude, Zach used to kick ass. Zach's fucking boring now. He's all settled down and on keto. It sucks, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You
My
gotta
life
pick it up,
sucks,
dude. All right, go on with this though.
Yeah, so that one went fine. I met a wonderful person, and they drove me to where I needed to go, and they were super kind. I was very grateful.
Did you find out about all this after the fact? Like, was it?
No, I was browned out. I was kind of
Okay.
coming in and out of that one. And then the second time was in Los Angeles, and just the peak of my drinking. We
You
were
got
all
fucking
having a
robbed,
good
didn't
time.
you?
Yeah. Well, thanks for
Oh,
giving
sorry,
away the
God damn
fucking
it.
end of the
Sorry,
story,
dude.
dude.
Go on,
Are
go
you
on.
a
That's
comic?
my fault. Here. No, Zach, sounds like a great story. Hit him up.
All right, so it started off. I had to go to a birthday party for like people I didn't know that well, and it was at Dave and Buster's, and I fucking hate Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna get drunk and play video games, I can do it on my own couch and not have to pay a bunch of money.
Yeah.
But like, so I decided to turn my walk from Sabori Cultura, used to be hosted by.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and every block that had a bar, I would stop and have a beer.
Okay.
And it was about a 2-mile walk. And
And there's a decent amount of bars in between those two spots.
Yeah, seriously.
yeah, so I was like, I'll turn it into a bar crawl so I can enjoy Dave and Buster's. And I got there as shithoused. And then I had a good time. I wasn't like, I didn't get kicked out or anything.
Yeah.
It was fine. But I grew sick of it.
Yeah.
And I left. My phone was dead. And I'm just walking around completely shit-faced. No idea where I am. I get lost.
And you're wearing like a loose suit at this point, probably.
Probably.
You have like a suit with like a
oh,
loose
was
tie.
this the suit days?
Yeah, I mean, they were all the suit days until recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm sure I looked just ripe for the fucking. Sorry for spitting everywhere.
Hey, it's fine.
I'm a disgusting man.
It's in 4K HD.
Wonderful. Good.
Yeah.
Great tech here. Yeah, no, I constantly look like a mark. People try to con me all the time. Sometimes I like to just like see where the cons go, and I'll let them go to the point they ask for money.
Yeah.
Which is fine online, but when it's like street con artists, they get kind of mad. Yeah, you don't want to lead them on and be like,
Seriously.
oh, no thanks. We had a guy waiting at the bottom of our driveway who was like trying to sell me shady like weed
Yeah,
one
Zach
time.
is a fucking
Dude, I remember
Yeah.
that day.
I was fucking furious. Go on with this though. We'll talk
All right.
about that.
So eventually I'm just like, fuck it, I don't know where I am. So I'm hitchhiking. And I get.
This is after. Oh wait, so, okay.
Well, I had succeeded at hitchhiking before. I'm like, this is perfect.
What is your tactic when you're hitchhiking? Put the thumb out. Mm-hmm. Sideways.
Yeah, the way I want to go. I learned it
Is
from.
that how you hitchhike?
Yeah,
You go the way
yeah.
you-
So
Oh,
like,
okay.
I'm going this way. Yeah.
But how did you know you were going that way?
That's a good point. I don't know how to get.
You have
home
like
from
both.
here
You have
without
like
a
your
phone.
finger going like in both directions.
Yeah.
You pick.
No, you're like a bird. They don't understand how you always are able to get home.
Yeah,
Shit
you're
house.
like a cat landing on your feet, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, for real, dude. It's a miracle.
So how do you get to the?
So eventually I get picked up, and I'm brown out. And then these guys were not as nice as the kind people of the Midwest. They were like being like, I'm like, can you take me to Playa Vista? They're like, sure. They're like, sure. And then I'm like, I figure it'd be funny, and I don't remember their race, but they weren't white. And but there was a bunch of guys like in another van. And,
In a van?
Yeah, and I thought I would suggest as a joke that I'd suck them off for a ride.
Jesus.
And so how did the joke go over?
No one laughed, and then they started being weird. They're like, "What the fuck, man?" I'm like, "I'll give you guys some money. Just please take me to Playa Vista. I need to get home. My phone's dead." And they're like, "They take me to an ATM." I was like, "I'll give you guys $60." And then like the guy's right behind me at the ATM. He was like, "Pull out 200. Pull out 200." I'm like, "Fuck you, dude. I'll give you 100." And so I pulled out 100 and gave it to him.
I just don't understand how you think you're in the position of power here to be like, no, fuck you. It's like this guy's gonna fucking sex traffic you if you don't give him an extra $100.
Yeah.
Speaking of sex trafficking, one time I blacked out in South Africa on New Year's Eve, and my brother just stuck me in a cab and sent me home.
What the fuck?
But anyway, I get the $100 out, they take it, and then they just drop me off in the middle of the fucking hood. And so they got the money, then they dropped me off, and I'm looking around, I'm like, this doesn't look like Playa Vista. Just figuring it out.
Somebody
very
walks up
slowly.
and tags on you. They just graffiti your
Yeah.
face.
I found a taco truck and just looked all hopeless and lost. And I was like, is this Playa Vista? And the woman's like, no, you shouldn't be here right now. And she let me charge my phone and order an Uber. And
Did she
once
put you inside the taco truck?
I just stood out there, and they were nice people.
Good God.
One time I went to a white party in Detroit.
Hold on.
Sorry.
You describe what you just said, but better and not as quickly. Because if you say I went to a white party in Detroit, that sounds awful.
Yeah, it's
What do you mean
M&M
by a
party.
white party?
Exactly what you think. A white flight party. We had to wear all white. And I didn't have white pants, but my brother did. But my brother's more petite than I am. And so
Okay.
I had really tight fitting white linen pants.
Yeah.
White button up. I took some a pill someone offered me while I was drinking and shit. I'm just
Very
shit.
good
I
so
was-
far.
Yeah.
You're so lucky you're a man.
I
You have
know.
to stop hitting the table so hard.
Okay. And I'm just so I black out. I leave. My friends are like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "No way, I'm partying." And so I stay like for another 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, now I'm gonna go." And then I just walk around Detroit, like real, like it was like, real shady Detroit, like just trying to hail a cab like it's New York City.
yeah.
And
Did you see a cab?
no, there were no cabs.
I didn't think so.
And just all of a sudden, people who weren't at the thing, just guys I was in a frat with in like Lansing, like an hour and a half away, drove by me in a limo. And they recognized me and just picked me up, and I just partied with them all night. And it went
Dude,
fine.
you're the luckiest man.
Really are, Zach. You like, whenever you see like an old, like a Charlie Chaplin thing, where he's like walking through the thing and like is about to fall in a manhole, but he steps on the guy with the hard hat and keeps moving.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like walks off of a building, but like it's
Yeah.
like somehow is caught by like a
ba-
hot air balloon coming by. Like
on that scene in Baby's Day Out or whatever, where
yeah.
he's like walking off a building, but he gets on scaffolding.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's insane. Zach.
yeah, this.
Yeah, it keeps turning.
Zach, yeah, instead of walking off a building, you're on Crenshaw.
Just in all
Avenue.
white.
Yeah, yeah.
This whenever I first
Target.
started becoming friends with Zach, I would see him and be like, so what's going on, dude? He's like, oh, nothing, dude. I had a date tonight, and then I got jacked off on a street corner by a deaf girl. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I'll let you explain this. But he was like, yeah. He's like, I went on a date with a deaf girl, and then she jacked me off on a street corner. And I was like, all right, dude. Well, it's good to see you too, man. Like, I'm glad things are okay. Like,
The
yeah, it's
street
good.
corner jerk.
It wasn't the plan, but it kind of just happened that way at the end.
If
of
that
the
was the
night.
plan, if you were like, it was like 007 music in the background, like, here's like Ocean's 11, you're like, here's the plan. We go to a sushi restaurant with a deaf girl, and then she's going to give us an under the pants hand job on the street corner.
Yeah.
You guys want to know how to get jacked off anytime?
Yeah.
All you got to do is this.
Yeah, it's online. It's like, deaf people hate this guy. This one simple trick.
One simple trick to get jerked off by the hearing impaired.
So please explain what happened.
Sure. It was a Tinder date, and I had horrible luck on dating my first year out here. Like, I was just...
I don't believe that.
In Michigan, I know. In Michigan, I would date like these chicks like from Ann Arbor who were like far left, blue-haired women, and
Okay.
but like Center is so much further left here, where it's like I would start dating the same women, and they would just think I was a fascist piece of shit, and like
Jesus.
hate me at these expensive like cafe gratitude places and stuff, like vegan restaurants, and they would just hate my guts. And
Well, yeah, here, like, you can't, if you're just agreeing with everybody.
yeah, I'm apolitical basically, and
Same.
that was they would hate me. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm like I don't. It's just I'm just trying to live my life and kind of have a good time, and I think I'm all for people like living their life and doing their thing and stuff. It's to me,
They just pull out a gun and shoot you in the stomach.
Yeah. You're the devil.
yeah, completely. But anyway, so I was on a date with her, and she keeps like texting me and is like, I'm running for this. It was a really good looking, like the best looking chick I'd like gotten on a date with. Woman.
And just because someone's deaf doesn't mean they can't be a super babe.
She didn't reveal she was deaf to me for a while. And
What do you mean? Before she got there?
yeah, it was. She kept being like, I'm running 30 minutes late. I'm running an hour late. I'm like, this person's fucking with me. And I'm like, I'm gonna leave now. And then she's like, I'm sorry, I'm deaf. I'm having trouble getting a ride. And I'm like, which I don't understand what that means. But
Yeah, you're like, I get rides all the time, lady. What are you talking about? I got a ride. Hitchhiked here. Just hitchhike. What are you talking about? Just put your thumb out, and you'll get picked up. And then if make a bad joke about sucking guys off, and then they'll rob you, and you'll be fine.
yeah, you get there eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she revealed she's deaf, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait. I kind of wanted to bail because
Yeah.
I'm like, frankly, I'm just. It seems like a lot of effort to date a deaf person.
Did you
and-
look up? Did you look up in that moment any sign language?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I would have looked
Yeah.
up like 69 and stuff.
Yeah.
How do I sign? Let's get out of here. 69.
You're like, hello, I'm Zach.
I hard.
Zach.
Pussy.
See? Huge hog.
Yeah. So then what happens?
So she's like, I can read lips, and then so I'm talking for a while, and then she sends me a text message. She's like,
Goes, damn, your lips
Yeah.
are easy.
You
to
do have
read.
big lips, so that would be
Yeah.
that's like the top of the or the bottom of the eye chart or whatever the big letters are. That's the easiest one.
yeah, well, but you'd think so. But she texted me. She said, I thought I could read your lips, but I'm just getting so distracted by your big juicy lips.
Ugh.
And
Wow.
and then
I'm distracted by your lips, but not in a good way.
Yeah,
your
my
big,
wet.
juicy lips.
Yeah, dude.
The moistest lips in comedy, Zach
really.
Stein. Well, you explained to me. Well, yeah, okay, continue. All right, she's getting distracted by your big, juicy, black lips.
So we're just texting at Sugarfish as we eat sushi, and she's just telling me how hot I am and stuff, and I'm like, cool. And then we get back to my place, and I'm playing the moves. I'm not discriminatory. I'm not going to date her, but I'll sure as hell fuck her. But then
you're a nice guy.
Yeah, and then she's texting me. She's like, I don't want to rush if it could be something serious. And I'm like, I don't think I'm interested in anything serious. I don't like to lie to like it. Like I'll be very upfront about that stuff if I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm like, let's not do this then. And we don't. And then we're like, I order an Uber to get home, and we're just on the street corner. And we're just waiting for the Uber, and she starts making out with me. And she just reaches in my pants and just starts jacking me off on the street corner and
Jesus.
stuff. Yeah, like I called her bluff a little bit, not to completion, unfortunately, but it was just right in Playa Vista, right across from the gas station where I live.
You know what would be cool is on the crosswalk, whenever that was happening, if it went from the Walkman sign to instead of a hand, it went to like a thumbs up. Like, good job. Wait,
Dude, but
wait,
getting jacked
wait.
off to not completion is no good.
Yeah, I mean, I went
What
up
are you
and
gonna
finished
come on
it.
the corner?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're getting
Down
jacked
on
up.
the corner, you're getting jacked up by a deaf chick, but it's not to completion. Ain't that a real son of a bitch.
Dude, the non-completion
Had to go back
job,
upstairs and had to finish jacking off, man.
I've never been.
Did you go out on your
jerked to
Did you go
completion.
out on your balcony and stare at the corner like, yeah?
That's my spot.
You really should have went down there and done like a pair of footprints, like where they're like Harry Truman once stood here, or like an X, like where they killed Kennedy. There's an X in the road.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Like
should
an
have done
American
something.
flag in the ground.
Yeah.
You just stick your dick and balls in some wet cement right in that spot.
Or like a white dildo, a dildo that's spray painted white, like whenever a biker gets hit and they spray paint the bike white on the side of the road.
Know what I just thought about? Literally, that exact spot, someone ran their car into the building.
Oh,
Imagine
wow.
if I was getting my jerked off.
She wouldn't have no clue.
She
She would jerk you up to the very last second, dude. That's and what
Hear you coming.
what a better way to go out. Honestly,
That's
what
the
more
best.
could you really
Best
want?
You're
nut.
like, oh, you're dead.
The EMS driver, the ambulance driver comes up like, "Are you okay? What hurts?" And you're like, "I'm coming," and then you just die.
You're like, hey, doc, come on. He's like, I'm just an EMT. Like, doc, come on. I got the blue balls
Yeah,
real
literally.
bad. Doc.
They're like, "What hurts?" You're like, "My balls."
And that the dead chick over there didn't finish the job.
Do you want us to call your mother? No. No.
Hold me on the balls.
Just jerk me, please. My arms are broken.
Yeah, dude. Zach would just whenever in this period in Zach's life, which ended very recently. It was always good. If you go back and listen to Friends Forever, I don't even know if the episodes are still up, but that's literally what most of it is. So I'm just like, Zach, so what's been going on this week? You're like, oh, I was having sex with this girl, and then my dresser fell on both of us, and then we got pinned underneath, and the people had to come but it was like 127 hours, but with my dick. We're like, all right, cool, man, that's good. I'll see you guys next week.
She said it was the best sex she ever had.
Yeah, I
Is
tried
that-
to pick a girl up and I dropped her on my like on the corner of my dresser.
Did you really?
On accident. Yeah, she was happy.
No, obviously not like you're doing a fucking backbreaker in wrestling. Like you pick a girl up, put your knee out, and drop her on your knee, and then pin her.
Dude, Chris Cruz used to do that book, that bit about the standing 69.
Yeah.
And he's like, I like to do, he'll do a standing 69, and then he's right when we're about to, he did a big buildup, and then he literally drops down to his knees.
Like he does
He's
a tombstone.
Then he goes, tombstone. Yeah. There's a video of him doing
I've
that
seen the video
on
of him
stage.
because this
to a
drunk lady
woman.
comes on stage, is like, "Do it to me." I swear to God. And then he picks. I mean, you can look it up on YouTube. Look up comedian Chris Cruz tombstone probably.
yeah.
And he picks up this woman and he is doing the thing, and the crowd is going nuts. And he does the classic thing that a wrestler would do of like down like that. And everyone's like down, down.
And
he's like,
he's got her by two hands, and then
Yeah.
he wants to hoist her up so he doesn't actually break her neck.
Yeah.
So as he's hoisting her up, he's also giving the thumbs
yeah.
up.
He was playing it great.
And she's got the microphone in her hand.
And
by
she's
her
like,
mouth.
"Do it."
And you could hear her when he's picking her up. She's going, "Oh!" It's so.
She was
fucking-
into it, and it was
They
one
were
of the.
actually 69ing? No.
It sounded like it, but then he does it, and then the crowd. I've never seen the audience go nuts like that in this little
But it was
Thai restaurant.
also like the stage was like a temporary stage thing where like whenever he hit his knees, it made the sound of like it was like the perfect sound for fucking that type of thing.
And then the crowd dies down. They're still going ape shit, but they're like, you can hear finally again, and you hear her. She picks up the microphone and she sits up and she goes, "You're hot, honey."
and he's like a 400-pound dude at the time, bro. He's fucking huge at the time.
Oh
You
man,
can manhandle someone like that. They're
dude.
gonna fucking respect it.
Dude, we should. I gotta put a link to that video.
Dude,
in the
on the disc. We'll put it on the Discord at least.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the Discord, dude.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Jesus.
I love everyone who listens to this podcast, dude. People, somebody left a review, said that they're really coming around, that I'm growing on them, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, no,
I
they-
appreciate the fact that I'm growing on you.
I don't even know why people
like cancer.
like because there was a big part of me was like, I'll just do another podcast, obviously.
Yeah.
But then there was so many people that stayed on from the brain jail stuff, and then are like,
Yeah.
Kevin, do something. I'm like, you like me? Like, just because I'm just a self-conscious piece of shit,
Yeah.
But they're sticking around.
Yeah, I like it. I have no issues with anybody that listens to this podcast.
We got to give a shout out. Somebody went over to Big Humble.
Oh yeah, shout out to whoever, because we had told them that whoever We were talking about Matt. We were talking about Lockwood and Morgan and Big Humble. We were like, yeah, go give them a 5-star review, but in the review say it's no bag fries, but this podcast is just okay. And somebody went over, and Matt was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Somebody went over from the literally the other night in the car." He was like, "Hey, dude, did you guys fucking tell people to go and do it?" I was like, "Yeah, we told them to give you a 5-star review and say that this podcast is good, but it's not as good as bag fries." Yeah, definitely do that. And those guys are funny.
If you haven't reviewed us, review us, and if you have, go and review them.
But also, Lockwood just keeps trying to fucking invade the Discord. So if you're on the Discord and Matt Lockwood posts on there, whatever he posts, I give you guys full permission to fucking house him, dude. Just fucking give him the business completely.
You got to do it.
And we got to run his ass out of the Discord.
Yeah, I agree.
What kind of shit does he post?
Oh, he's just trying to promote his own shit.
Yeah, literally. He's basically a virtual sign spinner inside of the Discord. He's just in there fucking like, yeah, check out Big Homo. Like,
it's great. You know, I'm happy to promote Matt on there, but I also love giving Matt shit.
Yeah, of course.
Even more.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, when did we last record this? We recorded on like last Thursday probably. So but dude, I've had a real up and down fucking week. I told you about this a little bit. I had a real fucking up and down time. I did meet Mike Tyson. I got to tell him that the night of the Holyfield fight was the first time I ever kissed a girl. He was very excited about that.
Hell yeah.
And then, dude, I was, you're up and down in this world, you know? You're here, you're there. Sometimes it's good, sometimes maybe shit. But I was really not fucking feeling well. I was feeling real down. I was feeling bad. I felt like the world had nothing to offer me, you know? Not like
it's not true, Bruce.
Yeah, I know that.
Hey, I'll say it out loud though.
Yeah, I know that. That. Even in the moment, I'm just like, you fucking loser.
Yeah.
And then
Kelly Ryan did nothing to change your mind.
No, it is funny where like I was talking about that. I was just like, man. So because I was like reading it about like therapy stuff and about how the therapist is like, well, do you have any? Are you thinking about like people like, are you thinking about hurting yourself or whatever?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. I mean, if you answer that question honestly, every single logical person in the world would say, yes, I am thinking about it. No, I'm not considering it. No, I have absolutely no plans ever to do that.
Yeah.
But if you're not thinking about it, at least you're fucking not like thinking like anytime. I mean, I'm talking about like any mild inconvenience I have in life. If I get fucking caught at a red light, I'm like, what if I just?
I had one therapist as a teenager who asked me that every session. I went weekly.
Oh yeah.
And most therapists every other therapist I had wouldn't, but every single week he started with, and I never had said yes to it. I never attempted on my life, but every week he's like, "Are you thinking about killing yourself?" It's like are you putting it in my head?
Yeah, if you want me to, goddamn.
Yeah, I got.
No, I'm thinking about hitchhiking.
I had to see a counselor. I almost got sent home from summer camp because I was talking with somebody and I was like, I'm depressed. Man,
whatever. You're trying to.
I would never have been honest with those fuckers.
I know.
I'm trying to sad boy yourself into some pussy.
Something. I don't know. I was like, I'm going to drink gasoline.
You said that?
Yeah.
Breathe fire?
No, I was joking.
That's how you're going to kill yourself? By drinking gasoline?
I was literally.
In this economy?
That's how them rich boys kill
Yeah,
themselves.
dude, that's like a rapper now. But like, I kill myself by drinking gasoline. That's how much money I got type shit. I'm wasting gas.
No, but somebody asked, do you think about hurting yourself? And I'm like, yeah, I think about it. And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I have a great imagination.
Yeah.
So like, I think about everything.
You know what that just reminded me of, this gasoline thing? I remember this time this kid came into it was in my elementary school. We were in like 3rd or 4th grade. And this like white trash kid came to...
In your ass?
Yeah, no, this white trash kid. I remember this white trash kid, like his name was Travis or something. He was super white trash. He would always come to school with pellet gun marks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like a pellet would be like stuck in his arm. Be like, yeah, me and my cousin, we shot each other with pellet guns. And I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. And they like all this shit. And I remember that kid came to school. I was like, oh, what's up, dude? He's like, oh no, it was my birthday on Saturday. And I was like, oh, cool. How was it? He's like, dude, it was so awesome. My uncle has a bunch of property, and he gave me a gallon of gasoline, let me light a big ass fire. And I was like, that's tight.
That is tight. That is pretty awesome.
It's either he's a liar or he has the sickest uncle of all time.
Yeah,
but it's like that was the grade of white trash kids I went to. They're like, what was your birthday present? Like a gallon of gasoline. But like now, in this economy, that's a good gift.
Hey,
you buy somebody a gallon of gas.
Yeah. Dude, I
good.
went to, my uncle was a now he rents big equipment, like big like
dildos.
Yeah, dildos. And he had an orange orchard, and he had all these old cars and shit, and like it was like organized. It wasn't like crazy,
Yeah.
but I remember one
in
summer
them and
I
shit.
stayed. Yeah, seriously, there would be like, it's just like an old field. But
That's
we'd
what
go
people
out
don't
there,
know about having too many cars around is that fucking bees love to hang
They
out.
love
in
old cars. They
There's
love
nothing.
classic cars.
Bees are honestly like Jay Leno when it comes to fucking cars, dude. If you got a bunch of old cars and you're out in the fucking middle, bees are gonna start hanging out in there. Same thing out here. If you have a meetup where you gather a bunch of old cars, Jay Leno's gonna walk up, and then if you leave him there for too long, a bunch of bees are gonna show up.
Great place to make honey.
Yeah, a bunch of these.
Oh my God,
bunch of these
so
bees. Like,
good.
what if we move in here?
What are we talking about here?
That's Jay Leno as a bee.
Jerry Seinfeld is the bee.
Yeah, that's what they didn't know. That was the original plot of Bee Movie. Was they tried to get Jay Leno to do it, and they tried to get him to move into a car.
Yeah.
in the thing.
I watched B Movie on mushrooms for the first time I ever watched it.
Bee Movie's great.
It was great, but I was really convinced that the romance was gonna happen.
That she was gonna. Imagine they build it up, and then he just stings her one time, and he's like,
And then he dies.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it would be cool if it was the other way around, where the
that's what
chick
happened.
was the bee,
You try to tell me about bees, dude?
and then the guy.
Guy's fucking
Like, finally, I can penetrate a little bit deeper than
just
usual.
in a hotel. They're just like
The
this
man-
magic moment. He's just like
The man with the smallest dick in the world is
Yeah.
able to finally fuck
Well, that was-
somebody if
that
it's
was-
an insect.
kind of like what happened with you.
Well, I had a very short, fleeting
No,
romance with
this
a
is-
cockroach.
Yeah, well, there was a big
Yeah.
Kevin. There was one time Kevin was really in the doghouse, and he called me. I was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "I'm in big trouble in my marriage." And I was like, "What's
Yeah.
going on?" And I was like, "Well," he's like, "Well, you know the cockroach." And I was like, "Yeah, of course I know
Shelley.
the cockroach, Shelley." And then he was like, "Well, my wife had come into the room and it
Yeah.
was dark, and she flipped on the light, and I was in the kitchen." And I had no pants on, and I was erect.
I was
erect.
all
He was
the way in.
He was on his knee. He was on his hands and knees.
Yeah.
And he was naked from the waist down, a really Pooh Bear style thing.
Yeah.
And then you said that you tried to get her to hurry, but your wife saw a cockroach fleeing underneath,
she flicked the lights
underneath
on.
the fridge.
And her and all of the guys the other cockroaches that were watching,
Yeah.
they all scurried under the fridge.
They're in little booths watching through glass.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. No, he was fucking a cockroach.
I almost hit the back wall.
His wife, and then honestly,
I had 3 out of 4.
Pretty good.
Kevin told me what happened. It was a really sad story. His wife went over to the fridge and she started rocking it back and forth.
Yeah.
And she killed.
Yeah, Shelly got squished.
Yeah.
But
Because for a minute, even whenever your wife was home, Kevin would just walk up when no one was around, and he would just stick his dick under the fridge.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
would get sucked off.
yeah, it was pretty dope. Yeah, either put my dick under the fridge or in a one hole of like the ground light socket.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty hot.
Yeah. You ever stick your dick in a Tom and Jerry style mouse hole and just get?
In the electric stock, your hair's just like sticking up. You're always like, "Did you do it again?"
Dude, sorry, I didn't get to finish my fucking my story.
Yeah,
dude.
please. I was literally thinking there's a story that's
I told you this the other night, but Zach, you haven't told you this, dude. I was down bad, dude. I wasn't feeling like myself, dude. You
Yeah.
know, I wasn't feeling good, and I went to sleep, and I was in bed, and I was awoken at. I went to bed at probably like 2:00, and I woke up at like 4:30.
Awoken?
It's pitch black. And I felt something like wet on my foot.
He rose and he was like, "The wage cap."
I've got it. No,
we need equality.
yeah. I felt something wet, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck, dude?" And I was like, "Oh
Was your foot up in your girl?
yeah." No, so I felt something, and I was like,
So gross having said that.
Yeah, dude, that's not polite to say.
I'm
That's
so-
not polite
I
to say about
apologize.
somebody.
That was
Don't come at me because you got caught getting sucked off by a cockroach.
Man, I woke up and my foot was in my girl's crotch, dog.
I was like, you really could have just put the cockroach in your pants and gotten away with it forever.
Yeah. Okay. Now that's yeah. What,
Hindsight's 20/20
literally hindsight.
Stein.
Yeah. What are you gonna? JFK shouldn't have rode with the top down that day. No shit.
Yeah, maybe if we could have moved the towers and they wouldn't have got hit by the airplanes.
Yeah. Dude, what if we would have made the towers where they could bend?
Yeah.
Like the fucking guy outside the car dealership.
All
If we
right,
blew
so
up
you're in,
one of them, then there would have only been one, and they would have taken the other one out.
If you could have put if what they should have done is made 1,000,000 stories high but underground, so that the tower could go into the ground if anything bad was ever going to happen. See, people don't listen to me.
They don't listen.
I even told you quit fucking around with that cockroach. Boy, you better quit fucking around with that cockroach. You're gonna get in big trouble.
The heart wants what it wants.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
yeah, the cock wants what it wants. So, cockroach. They love it. So then I was
You used to just be a roach.
yeah, till this man came by. So I was in bed, felt something cold on my foot, and I was furious. I was like, wow. I was like, I can't believe my dog pissed in the bed.
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy.
Does he sleep at your feet?
Yes, he
Yeah,
sleeps
okay.
usually in between me and the old fucking ball and chain, the old fucking dagger in there. The, a real battle axe.
The old dream killers.
The old, you know how they are. And so I was like, that's unbelievable. And then I was like, God, that's crazy. And I just like started to move. And then I was, when you wake up and your senses are like all off, kind of the same thing. Like, did I kill somebody? Did I not? And then like, did I, like, you're just off, but everything is so overwhelming.
Yeah.
So then I just was hit with the overwhelming, like something I've never felt before, the overwhelming smell of shit. And I legitimately, I went catatonic. I went like I was fucking like completely couldn't move. I was paralyzed.
Is it dark in the room at this time?
Black, completely pitch black. So then I woke up Kelly and I was like, the dog shit in the bed. And she was like, what? I was like, the dog shit in the bed. I was like, I can't move.
Yeah.
It's on me.
Yeah.
And then so she hit, the first thing she did was use the remote to turn on the lights that go around. So then I was just in blue light, blue light, laying there catatonic, knowing that I'm covered in shit.
Yeah.
And so then, like, legitimately had to be like, it was on my feet and my fucking leg. It was like from knee down, I had a lot of shit going on.
Jesus.
Oh, you really did?
Dude, 100%. No, this is not there's 100%.
I thought the reveal was going to be, and it wasn't.
No, this is a 100% true story. There is no, I was telling Kevin this story the other night, and he kept being like, but and I was like, listen to me. There is no but There is no well at least. There is no it could have been no. Yeah. And so then I'm in blue light. I'm completely paralyzed by I can't believe what's going on. And then like I look over in the corner and I had like 3 shirts like in the corner of the room, and the dog is like looking at me like he's even like more and I literally I looked at him and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And so then Kelly literally had to like get a fucking and like wipe my feet off so that I could go get in the shower.
Jesus.
Dude, unbelievable. We're cool now. We had a few rough days.
Are you and Kelly cool? You can take care of it yourself?
I couldn't fucking my feet. If I couldn't move, or else I'm gonna fucking
more shit everywhere.
Spread shit everywhere.
Okay.
And so then I
didn't get on the bed at all. Was it just
no? I had to throw away the fucking sheets. I literally grabbed a trash can, put everything in there, and I was like, I literally couldn't even fathom I couldn't put into words how furious.
Also, your dog's small, so I meant like covering your whole leg. How much shit was it?
If shit's pretty malleable, pliable. So if you take shit, you'd be shocked. Even with the small shit that he takes, I could cover this entire table.
Yeah.
Watch
Watch me do it.
Watch me do it.
I'll do it. Think I can.
So yeah, and then you know what? I was in the shower and I was like, you know what? That can't get much worse than that. So then I've been in a pretty good mood since then.
Dude, I tell you about the time that I had my shit story, my dog shit story.
No.
I've told.
Welcome back to dog shit stories.
No, so when I was in junior high, I go over to my buddy Jason's house. We shared a pair of rollerblades. So I would
you shared a pair of rollerblades.
Yes. So I would use
What, he would
One
get-
each.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's some white trash shit.
Hands with
Yeah,
your
yeah,
leg up.
Dude,
Yeah, real.
see, Zach, you don't understand this fucking suburban Michigan fucking shit. But down in the Central Valley, we're one skating at that point.
we'd be sharing some-
I've one skated quite a bit. I knew a lot of one skaters.
Yeah, and these were like fucking purple and like
no,
like
100%. I had some
tree green.
I had some ripper fucking blades back in the day that were
Yeah.
like purple with like dinosaurs on it, but I would fucking shred the shit.
Yeah. So we do one and he does the other, and then you rest your foot and then you switch halfway. So he's like, dude, I got to take a shit as we're leaving his house. And so we stop by the church, which is halfway between my house and his house, and everything's locked up. That place is never locked. So we got another like 2 miles
Must
to go
have
to
been
my
a guy
house.
pastor in there with some cockroaches.
I'll tell you what. And so we go. So we take off. We switch the blades. We get to my house. My mom's not home. I don't have a house key because I'm not trusted, I guess, in junior high. And so we go in the backyard, And I'm like, dude,
I was like, we have a careful balance with the cockroaches in this house, Kevin. You can't keep fucking them every time I'm gone.
if I'm not here, you're not allowed in the house, and no house keys. So we go in the back, and behind we had this area that was all sand in the back, and I had a Great Dane Chow mix dog, and I had a Cocker Spaniel.
What's it with you and the cockers, dude? The cockroach, cocker spaniel.
Yeah,
Joe
Spanish
Cocker.
cock. Yeah, I love
Fuck
Joe
him.
Cocker. Fucked him. Fucked the dog. No. So my buddy Jason goes behind the waterfall, like this rock formation that we have in the backyard by the pool, and shits in the sand, and like covers it up. My mom gets home. We're playing Street Fighter 2 in the living room, and I hear my mom flip the fuck out. Like she starts like screaming, and so I'm like, "What? What's wrong?" You know, I'm like 12. Like my voice is cracking. I have an erection all the time. I'm like, "What's going on?" So she goes, "Oh my God, the dog has poop all over it." And so we go in the backyard, and my dog has shit. It's a Great Dane Chow mix, so it's got like short hair, but it's big, and it's got shit all over it. Like it had rolled in the shit.
What color is its coat?
Brown now.
It's like light brown, but
Yeah.
now it's like disgusting. My mom is flipping out, and so I'm like, what happened? Did she just roll in the other dog's poop or whatever? My mom's like, this is what my friends would quote for years after, and still she goes, "That smells like human poop." And
Did you start crying?
no, I was like, I don't know, maybe Tony did
Who's
it.
Tony?
Tony is the Mexican guy that lived on the other side of the fence. Probably Tony.
You are not helping.
Hopping over the fence and shit.
You know they do that.
I had used my mother's racism against in my own favor, but so then
You're probably right.
I get a hose and I'm like trying to spray the dog.
You gotta
down.
take that dog to the fucking hand car wash.
Well,
and fucking,
my
You
mom.
gotta take it out back.
yeah, you. I was saying, you put the dog down. You may as well.
I
at that
know.
point.
I ended up getting like enough, but my mom was like, "It's not enough."
Where was your homeboy?
He was there with me the whole time.
And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know what happened."
Yeah, he was like trying to get good at playing Blanca.
Did you
on
know?
I knew.
Okay.
I knew, but I was
He
terrified.
stayed
that-
inside.
Yeah, he stayed inside for a little while, and then I
bad
had to
friend,
take the dog into the bathtub and I was just in my underwear scrubbing my buddy's shit off of the dog, and he's just sitting there like laughing under his breath.
Jesus.
And my mom just like, "I just don't understand why Tony would have done that." And I'm like,
Yeah, was she pissed at Tony?
"Yeah, oh yeah, she's very."
Who knows why they do
Did
what
they ever?
do, Mom?
Did their relationship ever recover?
No, well, we were, he lived on the other side of the fence. He lived
Tony's
on
the
other side-
Mexican.
I know.
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, he lived on the other side of the alley, so we barely saw him anyway.
I can't. Were you like always like, I can't believe Tony would just take a shit?
No, I literally was like never brought it up again. It's probably, Bruce, one of the greatest lies that I've ever told that I never
That you got away with?
Yes, like because I never like gave into it because I always feel guilty about lying. But for
You never
something-
told your mom?
never told her.
You
When
should've
she
told
died,
her.
were you like,
Yeah.
I should have told her?
I did. Yeah, I did. That was one of the first things I did. Where I was
You-
just like, God, I wrote a letter to her. I'm like, I'm so sorry, and then I burnt it like in a ceremony.
Yeah.
You whispered in her ear as the line flattens.
Yeah.
You put a picture of Tony in a bucket of ice and froze it, and then shattered
Yeah.
water, and then shattered the thing to kill Tony.
Yeah, I'm like,
whatever.
It was Jason, Mom. He pooped in the backyard. We had to go.
That's the very last thing you tell her.
Yes.
Good God, dude.
Did Jason ever show you gratitude?
Not really.
Jason sounds
no.
like a dick.
Yeah, fuck
dude.
Jason.
I love
dude.
Jason.
Is Jason listening to this podcast right now?
Probably.
That
He's
was
probably
fucked
listening.
up what you did.
You
Jason.
scrubbed his shit.
But Jason also,
Yeah, you guys are fucking shit brothers, dude. That's better than blood brothers.
bro, I'm telling you, because as the years went on, there was different shit related things. I've talked about it. I talked about it on Brain Jail where
This
I would
is
just
the
shit off
this
wall.
is the first version of the Vitamin C song. As we go on, that time Jason took a shit and I lied to my mom because we blamed it on that Mexican guy across the alley.
Well, my buddy is.
Vitamin C, vitamin. It's kind of long-winded. That second verse to the
But that's the real story.
Maybe a verse, not the chorus.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
it's just a little bit long-winded on that part. I think that I don't know how that's going to sound. Like,
I'm trying to tell my truth. I don't even
I'm
know if she's
English.
British. I don't even know if she's British. I don't know anything about her.
So I
I really, until this moment, thought that song was by Macy Gray.
They probably did a version of it. Vitamin C, dude. That was the only thing she ever did, I think.
I take a shit in the dog rolls.
I try to hide my friend's shit.
My mama said that smells like human poop.
And I said, I think it was Tony that Mexican guy who lives across the alley. I can't believe you fucking dogged Tony out.
I try to hide it, but it's clear that's Jason shit on my Great Dane Chow mix.
What happened to the dog?
Ended up biting my grandpa years later at Thanksgiving, and my grandparents' dogs, and then but it was fine. We never put her down or anything.
He bit your grandpa though?
Yeah, but
Was your grandpa old?
Yeah, very old. He was
Because, dude, old people, if an old person points, their entire skin falls off. You know what I'm saying? Old people's skin is just like, and then their entire skin just rips off.
So my
Do you
buddy.
know why your dog did that though?
No,
He had poop trauma stress disorder.
really.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll be right back on the podcast, folks.
I'll be right back after these messages.
That's Zach
from-
Stein, the voice of Schick Razors.
So that guy, my buddy, became a firefighter, and then years later, because we used to have these things called Friday Night Man Nights, where I'd have people come over to my place on Friday nights, and we'd drink and hang. And he goes, he basically was just like, it happened again. Like, had to take a shit. And I'm like, what's good? So apparently during an active fire,
And he's a fireman. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
he has gone into a bathroom and taken a shit in a burning house.
Burning building.
Yes. He was able to, went to this one and he got the fire under control. And they just kind of rope it off with water. And so it doesn't get any worse.
If you have to take a shit in an active fire, that means you have to take off that entire seat.
Yes. Yes.
There's no flap.
So he literally went into
He's
a,
he's while he's on the toilet, just from the shitter.
he took a shit in somebody's like front yard. He has IBS. He's one of my best
This
friends.
guy's unfit for duty, dude.
Yeah. That's a great play on words, by the way.
I know. You know, there's another good one is he has his own flag, but it's the thin brown line. It's the American flag with a brown
that's
line in the
good,
middle
yeah.
for people with IBS.
No, yeah, but he's had a couple of those horrible stories. But
Yeah, dude.
Do you think the firefighting makes it even
I
for his crimes against humanity?
So here's what happens: he takes he puts out the fire, takes a shit in their front yard, and then he said a bunch of neighbors came over and brought him baked goods and stuff. And they were like,
He's wiping
"Thank
his
you
ass with
so
them."
much for what you do, and they're just like, yeah.
Good God, they have no idea what a sick freak he is.
Yeah, dude, firefighters have it the best. They get all the sexy man in a uniform shit.
Some guys have all the luck, dude.
And they don't get any of the police garbage, but
Yeah,
they're
for sure.
basically paid the same, and probably even more as a firefighter.
Yeah,
'cause
I
you
did.
work those crazy shifts.
He for
Hey,
sure would have shit at 9/11.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
He would have been. He would have rode the tower all the way down while he was shitting. That's what. Yeah, that's what I said. I was on. I was a Fox News correspondent back then, and I was like, it's not even that big of a deal because if I was there, what I would have done and what everyone else probably should have done is they should have gone up to the top. And then when it started to fall, just ride it down.
Yeah.
Like, you know how people say if you're in an elevator and it's going to the floor, you just got to jump at the right time and you'll be good?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally could have done the same shit at 9/11.
Like Carrot Top and Chairman of the Board, where he rides a skateboard down his surfboard. You guys all saw Chairman of the Board, right?
Nah, I didn't see it. Wait, so you're saying I would have just held on to the top, the needle on the top.
I don't know.
I would just hugged it and been like,
It's all theoretical of having all this autonomy and ability to think when there's shit pressing against your sphincter and it's about to be, I'm about to be your dog. I'm gonna just shit and then be in the corner like, I'm so sorry.
I would have gone over the side of the World Trade Center in a barrel. Like Niagara Falls style.
Well, you would have been wearing it like a dress already anyway.
I think the first person ever survived doing that was a chick.
Really?
The barrel in Niagara Falls. That's such a sick thing to do. I want to do that actually. Do you think you could train
So
like
you
Olympics?
want the right to vote?
Yeah. I'm doing this for all women. Do you think because people? I don't remember. I don't know. I wish if we had an actual producer here, we could figure out when what the deal with that is. But I definitely want to do it.
Yeah.
If I get terminal cancer and they're like you're gonna die tomorrow,
Yeah.
I'm going over the side of Niagara Falls in a barrel.
Dude, I'm doing heroin. I've already thought about it. If I get a terminal diagnosis,
You gonna smoke it or shoot it up?
I'll probably shoot.
But I mean, if you
it
get a
up.
terminal diagnosis, you're gonna have so much like Dilaudid and morphine and shit that's like better than heroin.
Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe I'll try crack.
Yeah, that's
Or,
what's up.
or
Smoke
something.
that shit up.
Or meth. Maybe try meth out. You
Yeah.
know? See, I mean, I won't need my teeth anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, you got to do all that fun stuff. I want to ruin my legacy. Cheat on my wife the day before I die.
tarnish your legacy as
Yeah.
you're going out. That'd be very funny.
I hit my kids and
Yeah.
fuck a stranger on the day I
in
die.
front of your family.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that would be very funny if you got like a brain tumor that like pressed on the wrong part of your brain and you just started doing a bunch of twisted shit.
Dude, that's real.
That shit happens to you. I mean, I was reading the story about this lady. This lady was like this grandma, and she was like coming back from camping with like her daughter and like her daughter's like 6 kids, or like her daughter like took a separate car. She's like, I got it. Don't you even worry about it. Like a real like Looney Tunes style grandma.
Yeah.
And then something flipped in her brain, and she fucking killed everybody. She just like drank a bunch of vodka and then crashed into oncoming traffic.
Really?
Yeah, only one of the kids survived.
Jesus.
You know who that kid was?
Bruce Gray.
Me. It was me.
Dude, there's
My grandma tried to drown me in the bathtub, but I wouldn't fit.
Well, you kept floating to the top.
At Madison Square Garden, I couldn't fit. I ended up in that shit like William Taft, the president. He got his ass stuck up in the damn bathtub. That was
I think it was Millard
I was
Fillmore.
no, it was Taft. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put $1 million on it. Right
I believe
now.
you're. I always
Wow.
lose those bets.
Yeah, dude. You always lose those $1
When
million
someone's like
Taft bets. You're just fucking bankrupt because you keep losing $1 million on bets about whether it was Howard Taft,
shit.
William Taft. Is it Howard Taft? I don't know.
Shit that could be solved with Google in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
No, there was a case study of a guy who started becoming attracted to children and went to his psychiatrist.
Oh, I read this, the Kevin
and-
Tinkin case.
Yes, the Kevin Tinkin. Yeah, and they did a CAT scan, and he had a growth in his brain, and they removed it. And
That was his brain developing past ours.
yeah. He was
He got
evolving
big-
to the
he
next
got bigger.
generation. Why wait till they become adults? It's a waste of time.
No, we must stop him.
Yeah.
He knows too much. Scientists hate him. This one simple trick.
He's like, I'm not attracted to kids anymore, except for little Tommy, man. He got my number. No, but they removed it, and the symptoms went away.
The Simpsons went away?
The symptoms. And then years later, it happened again, and the growth was back.
That's how he knew?
Yeah, the guy who shot people from the
Tower
the
in
tower,
Texas, yeah.
also had a brain.
No, that's the autopsy suggested like it was kind of possible, but like they kind of skewed that because he was like
Oh,
ex-marine
really?
and kind of had a lot together, and the real result of it was pretty inconclusive. With then they had him redo the study and someone
Yeah.
else do it, and they're like, it's possible this could have happened, but he just kind of. It's not actually likely that was true for him.
Yeah,
Okay,
Kevin.
well, fine. Another $1 million lost. What time? What do we have time wise? Are we good?
We're at 14 minutes.
Oh
No, we're at like 57. We could do a few more.
no! I wanted to ask Zach, if you were going to get Me Too'd, tell me the situation that would come from. Just real quick, I just want to get this out. What's the worst thing you've ever done?
Oh man! So this deaf chick.
What about the text message? Or you don't have to talk. We can cut it out too. But what about the?
Seems like a horrible fucking idea.
The text message or the DM you got from that guy that you went to camp with.
That was funny. Yeah, I'll tell it.
That's okay. You're all right with that?
Yeah, this is fine. This is. I mean,
I hate editing.
yeah. I went to a boarding school for bad kids where we had to do just like group therapy where you scream at the ground and they sleep deprive us and all this shit. We had to do smush.
But honestly, you literally had to scream at the ground.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, this, and it was very culty. And the funniest thing is the way they would get kids to kind of buy in. The more you'd buy into the cult aspects of it, the more soda and candy you would get, which were
Wow.
deprived from you.
And you were a kid.
And I love soda and candy, but I'm also I fucking
You literally drank soda and ate candy today.
yeah. But I did I did yeah.
Yeah, so you're still on board.
Totally, but I just went under the radar because they're saying all this stuff and you have all this affection. I'm like, I'm like, I can't scream. I'm not gonna be screaming into a pillow in my dad's basement when I get out of here.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
explaining that shit to other people. I'm like, this isn't. I flew under the radar. I had the least leadership positions of anyone in my graduating class. They made me like a dorm head with like 3 weeks left and
Wait,
shit.
was this in high school or junior high?
High school, yeah,
High
yeah.
school. So how old were you?
15 and 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to go to like a wilderness program first. My place got shut down for being like fucking weird and
Completely
shit.
immoral?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
horrible. They like operate in states where it's harder to prosecute against them and shit. But yeah, like
They still exist?
yeah. Yeah.
What's
for
it called?
Sure. It's big money. Therapeutic boarding schools, and they'll refer you by like you get sent to these people called educational consultants. And they use a lot of, and psychologists will refer to them and stuff. And they use a lot of like the psychological like language. And it's like these parents who are like at their last straw. You know, they don't know what to do with you and shit.
Like your parents.
Yeah, I got kicked out of Country Days, Detroit Country Day, like Robin Williams. And
Oh, really?
He also
yeah,
got kicked out
yeah,
of that
same
same
exact
place?
school. Yeah.
Is Robin Williams from
Wow.
Michigan?
I guess so, yeah. And his favorite teacher from that was the inspiration for Dead Poets Society.
Wow.
And
Wow.
But yeah, I got kicked out. Then I like that same year, I got my second time drinking. I woke up in a hospital from taking like 9 double shots of vodka in 15 minutes.
For taking like nine,
Yeah.
9 dicks.
At one time.
And but yeah, no. So this place was wild. And then like we would do smush piles, and it wasn't mandatory, but it was highly encouraged. And it was like I'd be lying on your stomach. And then
Face to face?
No, like my head on your stomach, and you're lying on the ground, and my head's
Okay.
on your stomach. Bruce's head is on my stomach. We're all tossing each other's hair.
You're like in a swastika position?
Yeah,
What it's sounding like, honestly.
it's just a huge pile that grows out. But like you would, like the emotional leader of the place was this dude named Tim Brace. He had like sweater vests and like a beard, and we compare him to Santa and shit.
Yeah.
And like you would really hope you'd get to like rest your head on his belly and have him play with your hair and stuff. That was like an honor.
He was an adult?
Yeah.
And he's playing with a 15-year-old's hair?
Yep.
That sounds ethical.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Is he in jail?
Nope, he's thriving probably.
He's
At
probably
another
multimillionaire. I mean, those places are very expensive.
Yeah, somewhere between like the wilderness was like 150 grand, the boarding school was like 200 grand. And again, so these
A
education.
year?
Yeah, for like I was there for about 18 months. It's like a fixed program rolling admission thing.
150 grand?
Yeah.
Man, I've never loved my children that much. That's
My
a
dad
lot.
Yeah, they really wanted. They were just out of options or whatever.
Yeah.
I get it, but yeah, like the educational.
Yeah, Zach was like that kid from Bad News Bears with the dirt bike, dude. He's a
right.
bad little boy, dude.
Yeah.
I threw a brick through a glass door in my synagogue on Yom Kippur.
Holy shit.
But
how old were you when you did that?
12.
Man.
Yeah.
Was there any reason?
Yeah, me and my friend snuck out of like service, and we're like, let's get into this playroom where they have cookies, and we were like fasting and shit. And we're like, fuck this, let's break the rule. So like, I'm like, I can pick the lock. I couldn't. Then I got us all to like pick up a ladder, and we tried to ram the ladder through, and it was like double plated glass. It wasn't doing anything. So finally, I picked up a brick and just fucking hucked it.
And everyone else was like, "This is a great idea."
We were all, it's no one wants. It's like chicken. No one wants
Yeah.
to be the pussy or whatever.
And then you guys
yeah.
got caught, and they were like, "Zach did it."
Jason Orley said that. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
dude. Jason's are getting the business on
Yeah,
this podcast.
he directed the movie with Pete Davidson on Amazon Prime.
Did he really?
Yeah, he told on me.
Man.
That's so funny.
And yeah, but anyway, the educational consultants get a commission when they send you to these fucking places. So they're not doing it in earnest, but they act as like that.
Jesus. What
And-
a fucking racket.
Yeah, no, it's fucking wild. Oh yeah. So anyway, like we had all this crazy shit there, and you were in dorms and stuff, and like instead of detentions, you'd run around and clean up. But so every night I would I was a teenage boy discovering my body. Like the first time I ever had to shave was there. Like a kid in my dorm taught me how to shave, and
Yeah.
fuck, because I was just doing it dry for a while. And so anyway, I would jack off every night. Like once I thought everyone
Did
was
you do
in
that
bed.
dry too?
No, spit baby, which
Another-
Bruce says is gay.
Yes, I do say that.
You have referenced the guy that spits on his hand and jack off more
Here
than
he is.
once.
Oh, thank you for protecting my
I
anonymity.
did. I
appreciate
said,
that.
there's a guy we know, and he jacks off like he's in prison.
I have no shame. I always, because the logic I had always got was like it's like getting a blowjob or something.
But it's
and no, but I believed it long enough where it just became routine. And
Yeah.
now I have my ritual.
You lie to yourself so much, it becomes truth.
Yeah. And
Zoinks.
And so there was a gay guy in my dorm, and I never minded gay people. I grew up like in a salon family where we would have
Yeah.
like big Christmas parties full gay people and stuff, and Arabs.
those
Never
are the-
minded either.
The
And
best Christmas parties.
they were
Those
a good
those
time.
gay Arab Christmas parties.
Two festive people.
The headdresses were so beautiful.
Yeah, the DJ mix is unbelievable. The DJ's like, he's like bringing Dancing Queen like to the top. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just like cuts. Everyone's like, oh,
Everybody get on the dance floor now. Okay. Beautiful hair.
I was telling Tyler, my mom would every now and then want to play her Lebanese CDs, and we had a tumultuous thing, so it wasn't just like me being a shithead. But yeah, one time me and my friends just took all our Lebanese CDs and we were just hucking them at the wall and shattering them and stuff.
Jesus,
Yeah.
no wonder they threw 150 grand at you and like.
so then
Yeah.
you have to finish the story about
So,
what
yeah.
even brought this up.
So anyway, so I would jack off all the time, and then didn't think anything of this guy. I didn't mind that there was a gay guy in there, but he messaged me like when I was like 25, drunk as hell, and he's like, I used to pretend to be asleep, and I would watch you jack off, and it was so fucking hot. And I was just like, hey, man, I'm flattered, but, why don't you think about if you want, if you still want to say this to me tomorrow, we can revisit it.
Yeah. Did he reply back?
No, we never talked again after that. Yeah.
Man, what a pure moment of honesty.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
you should DM him today and be like, so what's up?
Yeah.
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 Still
Zach,
thinking
you always have been very accepting and open to literally everybody, like which I always think is very endearing.
Yeah, you got jacked off by a deaf chick. You almost sucked off those dudes for a ride.
Yeah, you thought you got blown by a dude while you were blacked out.
That's
And-
not true. We found out it wasn't true. It was
I know, but I'm saying you thought it was
I believed
true.
it for like 2.5 years. I had a good bit about it, which I haven't been able to make it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to rewrite the bit, but
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, expand reality, bro. That's what stand-up
But you
comedy's all about.
literally were like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, what a nice guy to blow me. It was really sweet. Yeah, but you've always been very chill, which I think is probably one of the reasons that you have been able to run through a percentage of the female population in Los
Like
Angeles.
Genghis Khan, baby.
Yeah, seriously. Like, there's gotta, I don't know, the buckets of just DNA that you've thrown around this town.
Yeah,
is
dude.
insane.
It's been traced back to deaf communities. It's
Yeah.
been traced back to dudes in a van.
Yeah.
And,
You're a super spreader. If you have anything or have had anything,
I had chlamydia once, but
Yeah.
that was
That's
fucking. Chlamydia's worth unprotected sex. I'm saying this right into the camera. It's not that bad.
yeah. Well, dude, like if you talk to like our grandparents' generation, that like those type of STDs were like nothing. Like, hey, go get a shot of penicillin, it's fine. Like it just literally they wouldn't care at all. They're just fucking everything.
Penicillin rocks.
I had a guy who was a friend of my dad, and he was like out. My dad would take me like with his men doing adult men things or whatever, like church stuff, and they would bring like outside guys, like non-Christians, who were like trying to like get him involved. But I remember this guy telling me that when he was in the Navy, that they would give all the men a lemon when they would go to port, and every single officer or person that was going to go, on shore, they'd give them a lemon so that when they were about to have sex with the prostitute, they would squirt the lemon in the vagina to see if there was any open sores.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
Good call, but-
no way. He's like 100% true. He's like, that's how you would know if the girl you were with was. And he goes, sometimes it make a noise or whatever. Something's. It wouldn't stop me. It wouldn't stop me.
I'm not wearing a condom.
And what?
Squirt lemon juice in her
And
pussy.
I was probably like 15 at this time, and like a good church boy, and like I'm just seeing like my dad's buddy Don like standing there, just like, okay, well, all right. So you were in the Navy. How interesting. When did you serve? Thank you for the service, by the way.
so funny.
Also, thank you for the nice things you just said about me. That was sweet.
It's very true, Zach.
I
You're
appreciate it. I
you're
think-
very easy to get along with.
Oh, thank you. I think you guys
I
are
couldn't
both,
say more of the opposite.
Yeah,
I think you're a burden on society and mostly my life.
Amen.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like to
Both
live
can
in
be
your
true.
kitchen. Living in your kitchen might be more difficult than I am. Dude, by the
I
way,
think it was only tumultuous during when we had kind of differing views on going out during the pandemic.
Yeah.
that was really the only trouble we ever had.
I don't like Bruce in a crisis. Bruce in a crisis, I'm not a big fan of. I mean, he'll keep you safe, But I'm always just like, just come on, it's fine. And he's like, with all this logic and fear, and I'm just like, it's fine.
No, dude, I'm very self-preserving.
Yes, you are.
I'm like a dog curling up at night, dude. I'm preserving my vital organs.
God preserves me, baby. I just walk through with a blindfold.
Seriously, just buying weed from hobos. By the way, your glasses are so fogged up, it looks like you have like evil eyebrows with the fog. It's a very interesting
Look like you're about to make out with a lifeguard.
Yeah.
Sandlot style.
Nice.
All right, we can wrap it up, yes?
Zach, what do we got to plug here, huh?
Fat Jocks Podcast.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Zach's the on-set producer on Fat Jocks Podcast.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! And what what are the videos you work with Jackson with?
Oh, well, I mean, check out our video, Pervert Hunter. That's, I think, a good example.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we've been working on a feature. Like, it went from a sketch to a short to now we're trying to, like, figure out if we can make it a feature.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's very joke-packed. It's going to be called Porno Movie. It's and then Kurt Gone Wild. I do Kurt Gone Wild with Kurt and Jackson.
Kurt who?
Kurt Steinmuller.
Kurt Angle.
And Jackson Banks.
Yes.
Okay. Kurt Gone Wild, Fat Jocks Podcast, and look out for Pervert Hunter.
Pervert Hunter's out. Look out for Porno Movie.
Okay. Look out for Porno Movie.
And Schick Razors, dude.
Schick Razors. And, of course, check out Fat Jocks, Bruce's other podcast. And, of course, Apocalypse Soon with Eddie Pepitone that I am the on-screen producer for. And leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Send us emails to bagfriespod@gmail.com. And, give us some stuff. If you had to go to a boarding school or if you got jacked off by a deaf woman, let us know. Send us your stories, and we'll share them on the pod. We love hearing from you guys. Go check out the Discord. And be well, stay gay, and wrap it up. Take care.
Yeah, squeeze a lemon, too.
Yeah, squeeze a lemon on your dick.
Yeah, all right, later.